Actor Khan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, this year marks the 30th anniversary of Prince's iconic musical Purple Rain. A new book gives fans a behind-the-scenes look. 3 decades later, Rise News book editor Marva Allen joins us to discuss that book and, of course, some others. Hey, Marva.
Made me want to wait. Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Yes, and there have been quite a number of books written not only about Prince, but also about Purple Rain. This one's called Let's Go Crazy.
Let's Go Crazy, and this is by Alan Light, who, of course, is the guy from the Rolling Stones and magazine, that is, you know. And so this is 30 years. Can you believe that? 30. I remember where I was sitting when I saw that movie. I mean, it was so amazing. And this is a book about the minutiae of what happened to be really cataclysmic sort of thing. The movie, the soundtrack, the single itself, all these concerts all came together, and this song that crossed all genre, R&B, you know, rock and roll, and so on. And this is a book about just that song.
Wow.
And everything that went into that song when Prince was 25 years old, and it catapulted his career into the stratosphere.
Did Prince participate in this book, or is this based on interviews and reporting?
This is based on interviews and reporting, and, you know, little gossip, who was sleeping with whom, and what was going on. So, you know, it really keeps you very, very much engaged. And since I love Prince, and since I love Purple Rain, you know, I was just sitting there taking it all in and doing my Purple Rain. You know, I went into my space.
I think people are going to eat that right up.
They are.
Yeah, he's a genius. He's just a true genius.
He's a genius and continues to be.
Indeed, because he's not gone anywhere. He's still very much with us.
In fact, isn't he more popular now, it seems to me?
Yeah, it would seem so. It seems so. Okay, so let's move on to the next book, Money, Mastering the Game by the guru himself, Tony Robbins.
And a bouncing ball of energy, right? I mean, this man has bounced around the world. 50 million copies of his work sold. He's trained over 4,000 superstars. And he hasn't written a book since 1991.
Oh, wow.
And so
I
know, this book is about money. You know, and he says something. He says, you either have it or you don't. If you have it, sometimes you could feel guilty about it. If you don't have it, you'll feel ashamed. So why not have everybody have it? You know, so this is a 7-step program on how to manage your money, how to invest your money, how to grow your money, how to leave your generational wealth. And he talked to all the people, the Warren Buffetts, the Steve Forbes, and all of these people about these simple strategies. He distilled them down into 7 simple strategies, which we all know. You got to plan to be rich, right? You know, I mean, I'm starting today.
Well, I've been planning and it hadn't worked so far.
Well, you should go to step 2. Actually do it. You know, save that 1/3 of that salary. You know, put it in that place where you get compound interest and all of that. You know, so it's very engaging actually, and it's very enlightening, and it's actually quite sophisticated. You know, and it gives you how money works, so you understand it.
All right, let's get to the last one, conscious activism.
Conscious activism, well, we've seen that happen, we've seen activism happening right now.
All around us, yes.
All around us. James O'Dea is an author who writes about what it really takes to have conscious activism. We see activism, people get upset about things, they want change, but does change really happen after they get up out of the street and they leave the bridges? What does it take to have transformative activism? And that requires that we each become human. You know, and
what does he mean by that?
What does he mean by that? It means that if I know you and you know me, I'm very unlikely to hurt you. You know, so when you bring the human element, the spiritual element to activism, when you sit down and I sit down and we talk about our joys, our fears, and how we can collectively solve a problem, then we have true activism. And, you know, it's conscious, it has a purpose, it has a result, and something changes. You know, so we've seen, you know, young men die all the time. And we cry, but nothing happens. Another one dies next week. How can we stop that from happening?
All right. Well,
conscious
some of the answers
activism.
Perhaps in the conscious
Activism, yes.
All right, Marva, all great books as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you next week. See you next week. That's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We do hope to see you again tomorrow for our Wednesday edition of Arise America. I'm Debbie Turner-Bell. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.